Hello and welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another England match reaction. Obviously, England nil, Slovenia nil, and I think this banner should sum up everyone's feelings right here. England are awful. Southgate out right here. World of Roads of 500 subscribers. If you're not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. A big up Gaming for Life that's joined me for the stream, bro. Welcome to the channel. We're literally just talking a bit off camera, bro. Bro, what did you make of the overall match?
I personally think that this is probably the worst England team since Euro 2020. I just don't understand what's his game plan overall. Like, if you have attacking players on the bench, why not start some of them and like keep a few of them on the bench? I don't understand it. Like, why would you want to play players that are not like good enough, are not going to attack? Like playing Foden on the left when you have Eze.
Yeah,
I just don't understand what's his plan. Like, if he wants to win this tournament, he needs to play smart. But at this rate, I feel like we'll not make it through round 16.
No, I don't think so either. I'll be real.
Because England are falling asleep.
No, yeah, exactly. And it's funny. My criticism of Southgate has always been against the bigger nations. What are you going to do? But it's even against like medium nations now. We're seeing like against Denmark, Serbia, and Slovenia. Like we were the only win in this whole group was against Serbia. With England beating Serbia, the whole group. Not even Denmark, not Slovenia. No one else won a game. But that's how proves how bad the group actually is, and you couldn't even make yourself a clear favorite in the group throughout a clear favorite in the tournament throughout that group. That's what I don't get as well. And every number 10, by the way, has to play on the left under Southgate, which is what I don't get. Why? Like I don't get that. Like it's like watching this. Like as a West Ham fan, it's like watching the same team, the same manager from last season. It was like watching Moyes but English. For me, it's pretty much watching the same team. But I expected a draw from this. That's the bad part. I expected a 1-1 draw going into this game. I didn't expect to win. What did you? Like?
I thought we were going to lose to Slovakia because the way they were dominating them in the first half.
Yeah.
I generally did not know what to expect.
I think I put in someone's chat earlier, Sesko doesn't scare me, Southgate does. Like, I wasn't worried about them. I was worried about us. I was worried about how we can score, how we can not even defend, because Gurhi's been fine. Gurhi has made at least one mistake a game, but he's done very well to recover from that. He's probably been one of England's better players this whole tournament, to be completely honest. This whole left back situation, I said this. I was sort of talking about this before the tournament started. This whole Trippier Foden thing is going to be a big reason why England don't win it, because this whole left side's so unbalanced. Like Foden doesn't want to be out wide, Trippier doesn't want to be out wide, so who's going out wide? Sometimes Bellingham was out wide. Everything's unbalanced.
I think Gary Links also said about this England team that they're like overrated as well.
Yeah,
like this whole group is, and I'm just like, well, I'm not surprised because like what he's doing, I don't understand it. Like he never done this before in 2020. He just played it smart. We were all impressed. Like, wow, is Southgate really wanna win this? And now we're just seeing a side of him that he's doing this on purpose, just for him to leave.
Yeah, and
he's purposely trying to draw and lose games. He's doing this on purpose.
Yeah, he's got a level, Southgate. He's got a level where you can beat certain nations and then come up against the bigger nations and flop. But this tournament has got even worse. Like, look at the caliber of nations that we've just faced. But like, allegedly, it might be Netherlands next round. I think. Like that's a stink off. That's going to be one of the worst games of the tournament again. I've watched Netherlands; they're not good.
No,
like neither England though. So like, but I see Netherlands beating England. Funny enough.
Yeah.
I can't. I like, even as bad as Memphis Depay has, I can see him popping up with a goal. I can see Xavi Simons popping up with something. I can see even Weghorst coming from the bench to pop up with something. I can't see Kane getting past the way Kane's played. I can't see him getting past Van Dijk.
Yeah, I mean, people have been saying since he joined Bayern Munich, he's gone worse in the England team because of the way they are set up.
Yeah.
And I'm just there like, yeah, I could see it, but I just don't know. Like we don't have to start Harry Kane in small games. In big games, yeah, but like I don't understand it. Why did you bring Tony? Why did you bring Watkins into the squad
Yeah,
if you're not playing them?
yeah, I don't get that. That's the thing as well. Like, there has to be a conversation now where Southgate was talking about lack of fitness in players, but he's only made what 2 changes this whole tournament. I think not even 1 change this whole tournament. The Gallagher change was the first change he ever made to the starting lineup. He's played the same other 10 players for
Yeah.
3 games, but he's worried about fitness. I don't get it.
No, I don't know. Like he needs to start players that are gonna like when Kobe Manu came in and Palmer, bro. I thought we were gonna score. I thought one of them was gonna score. Even Gordon didn't look bad.
Oh yeah, he was good as well when he came out. It's just refreshing to see someone play in their natural position,
That pass he made to Manu and then to Palmer, and I thought, oh no way, Palmer's gonna bang in. I'm just like flip.
Yeah, credit to Palmer as well when he came on. Like, do you know what? To be fair to the substitutions, like when they've come on, they've all actually done quite well.
Yeah,
Like they've all offered something. Like even Bowen in the first game when he came on, he didn't do that good in the second game. But Bowen when he came on in the first game, like even Eze didn't do that bad when he came on the left. And even though he's good on the left, isn't his even natural position really. But if I'm going into the next game, I'm playing Eze over Bellingham in the 10. I'm switching it up. I'm even playing Foden in the middle, Eze on the left. I'm doing
yeah.
anything but to. We need some of these players benched. Like
Because we know Saka is always gonna play on the left. We know Foden ain't gonna play there.
yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the thing with like I don't like. I'll be honest. The first half, especially, I felt a little bit sorry for Saka, just because he was playing on the same side as Walker and Gallagher, who weren't doing anything.
No.
They weren't giving him the ball. Like so, I
And
felt
if he
quite
had
sorry for him.
Palmer, it would have made more difference because that attack would have been cooking if they had Palmer.
Yeah, he's better at linking up with players as well. Like what Palmer was doing, he was just twisting up defenders. Him and Mainu when they came on, you put them both on the same side, they're gonna retain the ball a lot better than a Gallagher would. Like it's just common sense in my opinion. It's just common sense. I don't get it. Like, do you reckon there needs to be a wider conversation with like maybe Watkins coming in for Kane just because of a runner in behind us? They were talking about in the Denmark game.
There has to be a lot of conversation on who he's starting because right now he's going in the wrong direction realistically, and these players are on the bench are going to get frustrated. I bet Paco Palmer,
Hmm.
Mainu, Eze, all of these players that he's called are on the
Yeah,
bench. They're frustrated, and I don't
yeah.
blame them. They
No, I
deserve
don't
game
blame.
time. If he called them, if he saw how they were in the season, if you're going to call them up, why then you don't start them? Why call them up? You're wasting their time. They could have been on holiday
Yeah,
resting for
yeah.
their preseason.
Mm. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying about the conundrum for me as a West Ham fan talking about Jared Bowen getting called up. Like, I'm happy for him, but I know you're just gonna gonna be on the bench for the most part. Like, I would have rather you had been rested in an ideal situation from a selfish point of view. Like, because then he's had his most injuries the previous season. He didn't get injured as much, but he's had the most injuries last season. So I think that's only gonna get worse from here with all the traveling and stuff and the lack of break that he's actually going to get. And I feel like people like Eze are going to suffer from that. People like Wharton are going to suffer from that. If I'm a Palace fan, I'm going to be a little bit happy that players like Palace again recognised players from Palace again to the England squad, but a lot of them aren't playing. Only Gurhey is playing. Like Eze and Wharton deserve something. Eze and Wharton deserve more minutes. By far, Wharton hasn't even got 1 minute. I don't think. Wharton's played at all. He deserves to start if Mainu's not starting, in my opinion. Like this Bellingham in the 10 stuff as well. It's got to stop. It's not that creative. He doesn't have all the pieces from Real Madrid there, in my opinion. What are you making of Bellingham this tournament?
Bellingham, you know what it is. Bellingham, they've just been hyping him up since like this 100 million person. But I'll go be
Yeah.
real, he wasn't good in that Champions League final. Like people can
No.
hate me, but he wasn't. He generally
No,
wasn't.
no, he wasn't at all.
What did
I
you
agree.
do before you scored that head against Serbia? What did you do after the goal? He didn't do
No.
nothing. He didn't create nothing for Harry Kane, which I don't blame him because he
Mm.
didn't. He didn't get delivered the ball. That's what I'm saying. If you have a
No.
Cole Palmer in the 10, he delivers you that ball.
Yeah.
But Bellingham did not do nothing. Like, I'm sorry, but like people are gonna say, "Oh, but you're hating on Bellingham." No, it's because he didn't do nothing.
No, I agree. I agree. Like, all the players that you have, you can play Palmer, Eze, Foden. And yeah, those three you can play the 10, but you choose to play a Bellingham there. And yeah, he's played there for Real Madrid, don't get me wrong, but he has all the pieces there. Like even not just the Champions League final, the semi final and the quarter final. He didn't even play good in either of those games, either against Bayern and Man City, from what I remember. I remember watching those games and be like, where is Bellingham for them for those games as well? Like I think he needs to be benched as well. Like he's like, I get it. A lot of these players have played a lot of games. And there's a lot of things, the different things you could do with these players with the different combinations you can do. But you're choosing to not only make one change, but to continue to complain about fitness. If you're gonna change something, I suggest that maybe a start for Watkins. I felt sorry for Harry Kane the first game. He didn't get any service, but the second game, the third game, it's terrible for me.
Even in the Iceland game, Cole Palmer made such a good pass, but then Harry Kane just flops it.
Yeah.
He's talking about fitness. Well, if you're talking about fitness, make actually some subs. Like he even said in the Serbia when 1-0, he goes, "Oh well, I think the players they wasted all their energy in the first half. Well, why are you not making no subs? You're making subs in the late minute."
Yeah, he gave Anthony Gordon 2 minutes of real time. That was the point.
No, I'm sorry, but no, that is disgrace. And the fact that United wanted him would have been even worse for them.
Oh god, that would have been hilarious. To be honest,
he'll probably get them by 15th. That's what they would have.
That's what they're saying. They're saying he still has a chance of getting that job, just because they couldn't get him straight away. If Ten Hag does do bad, Southgate could be the next one.
But didn't So you're telling me he could join them next season?
Well, he could be the next manager for when Ten Hag, if Ten Hag eventually fails to get sacked, because he'll be out of a job.
I reckon he'll get sacked in mid-season next season.
So do I.
Because I've heard that Man United can't play in Europe because their owners apparently have the club that are in Europe.
Yeah, Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean for Chelsea? Does that mean they go to Europe or they still have to stay in conference?
I think they stay in conference. I don't think they move Chelsea up and they move Newcastle up. I think Ratcliffe's gonna have to twist all that up with the shares that he has. He's gonna have to drop down to minority shareholder and all that stuff.
So that means they're gonna have no Europe.
Potentially, yeah. Potentially. I mean, that's why they couldn't sign that Tadibo guy. Was it Tadibo they were linked with the other day?
Yeah.
And Man United fans were moaning about Savio when Savio's a Troyes player, not a Girona player. So the same rule doesn't apply for Girona and Man City because they're literally not trading players. It doesn't make any sense. Bro. But they were just complaining for no reason, pretty much. But that's the thing, because Ineos are quite good friends, and Dan Ashworth's good friends with Southgate.
Oh, well, that explains it then.
Yeah, that explains the links. That's why he's so heavily linked. The reason why they didn't go for him now is because obviously he's going to a tournament. And I think Southgate, that's why Southgate said this is my last tournament, because he knows he's going to get that Man United job next. And we know Ineos aren't serious already.
That's probably why he's given up and he doesn't want to try for this England team. But then he's going to have English players in that England team anyway. The likes of Harry Maguire and that.
That's the thing, though. They will trust him.
Oh, already, definitely.
Rashford's going to react the same throughout any manager. You know, if we see what Rashford's like already, he doesn't really care what manager's there. He'll have a good season, then he'll drop off again.
But I don't think Rashford will be here next season for Man United. I don't know. There's been talks about him going Man United to Arsenal. I don't know.
Yeah, he's always been linked with Arsenal, hasn't he? He's pretty much.
Apparently, Arteta really likes him. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see how that would work. He doesn't he doesn't even do the basics properly for me. I don't think he's as good as everyone says he is. But
yeah, he was last season he was rubbish. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I get 2 seasons ago he was good, but even a season before that he was bad. But then the season before that he was all right. He does this. This is a pattern of Rashford. I don't think he's ever going to reach the levels that anyone really hyped him for. You know.
Yeah.
But
my question is what they're going to do with Sanchez, because they might think of getting rid of him.
With who, sorry?
Sancho. They're going to think about getting rid of him.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I mean, it's him and C's. No, he's probably going to be for as long as he's there. He's probably going to move to the reserves, I assume.
Yeah.
For when he was there in the first place.
I mean, I think he's fallen out with Ten Hag, I think.
Yeah. That's why I think he will be in the reserves for as long as for as long as he's there, because no clubs are in for him now. But I don't know which club would come in for him because Dortmund don't have that much money.
I beg it's not Chelsea. But at the same time, I wouldn't mind having him.
I'd take him at West Ham, but he would never come to us.
I would take him. I think because Madueke is linked to Newcastle, so that's great.
Yeah.
That means we have no right winger. No, we do.
Yeah.
Sterling
technically.
Because he plays better on the right.
He plays way better on the right.
Yeah, but then that means Palmer's going to be on the... Well, I mean, Palmer will be on the 10 because Maresca said that Palmer will be playing more at the 10 position, which I'm really excited about because he's good at number 10.
Yeah. Well, I think, low-key, if Madueke doesn't go, you might play more of a bigger role at your club just because of the way I watched Leicester last season. Obviously, he's not exactly like Fatawu, but the way Fatawu played for Leicester, like I reckon Madueke is the most similar profile that you guys have with the cutting in and stuff, and Mavididi on the other side. So I think Madueke might play a part if he doesn't leave. I think Sterling might play a part more on the left.
And the thing is, he knows 3 players in our squad.
Yeah,
it's Slavia, Palmer, and Sterling.
Yeah,
so he would know what to do with them.
Yeah, he'll already know them. It does seem a bit Arteta-ish to us, if I may say so.
Yeah, no. I mean,
yeah.
I genuinely thought it'd be a De Zerbi or an Amorim. Either one of them would have been good for us.
Yeah, honestly.
But then that means we would have had to pay 100 million for Gyökeres because Gyökeres said that wherever Amorim goes, he goes.
That's funny. We were linked to Amorim, but obviously that didn't work. Imagine we got Amorim and Gyökeres.
Because apparently that was fake news or something.
No, so the thing it was real, but Sport Witness put it out as fake. People believed it, but Fabrizio and ex West Ham employee, most reliable West Ham source there is, it was there. It was real. It just break down in negotiations. That was it. Because we would never fly out a plane for like Chelsea and all that, but he came straight to us.
Yeah, so he didn't pretty much like the contract maybe or something, and then he just declined it.
Yeah, I think it was just very early negotiations. I don't think it was nothing advanced because all of it was done, and all of the reports were done in like 24 hours. So I just think it never got to anything close. And I think West Ham always had their eyes on Lopetegui just because Lopetegui's wanted a Premier League job for a while. So, and Steiden seems to like him, the technical director that we have. He likes Amorim as well, but I think our technical director originally wanted Amorim because he got the academy playing 3 at the back, and I think he wanted, someone similar to, because Steiner worked with Alonso, so I think he wanted a similar formation at West Ham, but he got Lopetegui instead, so we're moving to like a 4-3-3 and all that jazz. But obviously Amorim would have been good for you lot. I think De Zerbi's a good coach. I don't know how high he would have got you lot.
I'd say maybe in the top. Well, I mean, our aim would have to be top 4 to win the Conference League. Because if we don't win the Conference League next season with Maresca, there has to be big talks, and the directors need to get out because this is their last chance. We've already said that.
Yeah. What is your opinion overall on the club then? Like, is it mainly the directors for where you guys are now?
To be honest, I don't mind the owners because they know what they're doing. They're good at handling financial stuff, but it's just the directors picking the managers, and like we've had 6 different managers in like 2 years.
Yeah,
which is a big strike on them because if they fail this, they have to go because they literally. I think he's on a 5 or 6 year deal contract.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 5 or 6.
So he no. If he does right, if he gets us top 4, wins the conference and any say FA Cup, Carabao Cup, then Fez. And if he says he wants to challenge us the season after for a title, go ahead. I ain't got no problem with that. But then if he says in his first press conference, no, I want us to challenge right now, I'll be like, okay, well, that's a bit different because Pep's won it 5 times already. But at the same time, I don't think he cares either.
No.
Because we have him in the first game anyway.
Yeah, you do, yeah. That's is that a Friday, Monday? Is that
I don't even know what day that must be a Saturday probably.
Yeah, because we're 5:30. We're facing
we're
Villa.
4:30.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so we're playing at home.
So you must be a Sunday then. If you're 4:30.
I think it's a Saturday or Sunday, probably one of them.
Yeah, definitely Sunday. Yeah, 4:30 on a Sunday probably because you're probably second game of the Super Sunday because you usually do
Yeah.
it 4:30 and all that. But are they the directors that you have now, the when Stanley's and Stewart's, are they like the main guys for your transfer targets? Like, are they the guys identifying them?
I mean, they're the ones who are like scouting for players and that, and they're the ones dealing
Yeah,
with like managers. So
yeah,
ideally, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
if it goes wrong, they
Mm.
need to go.
That's the main thing about Chelsea for me. I actually think your owners are actually all right, like the ones right at the top, because I think, as you said, they're very good at financing, and I feel like also they're very good at loopholes. I feel like it's good to have owners that are good at loopholes and stuff, and like you want that at
Yeah,
your club. But with the directors that you have, the transfer targets confuse me because I'm always like Chelsea would go after a really sick player, then a
yeah,
really meaty one. Like when I saw you guys linked with Elise, I was like, okay, you guys are moving in the right direction. Then I saw you linked to John Duran. I was like, what is going on? Because
yeah,
I think your directors still think they're at Brighton. I think one of them was at Brighton, and I think he still thinks he's there.
yeah. I mean, we've just signed this Barcelona striker, this 18-year-old. He basically picked us over Bayern Munich, and he literally declined their new contract. He was on a 6 million release clause, and we just bang paid him like that. And he's on and apparently he wants a long-term deal. So my plan is he's going to be on a 6, 7, 8 year deal contract.
Mm. Can you still do that with the whole UEFA rules? Did they do like some sort of loophole where
Well,
you
we
can't
don't
sign
have to
people up?
sell by June 30th. We don't. I think it's June or July 30th. We don't actually have to sell all the players.
Yeah, I remember
We don't
Sky
have to.
report and falsely
Yeah, we
reporting
don't.
that.
Yeah, we don't have to do that anymore.
Oh, that's good. That's good for you lot then, because like that's a big problem within the Premier League is that all these clubs that have to sell and stuff and have to work a certain way, and people giving Everton and Aston Villa and everyone stick about the way they're dealing with youngsters and stuff. Everyone does the same thing. Like it is where it is. People gotta sell for value. Like I don't see the big deal. If I'm being completely honest, it's not like they're doing anything illegal. And also, even if they were, everything in football is somewhat illegal. That's happening
Yeah.
right now. Let's be honest. Like nobody can hold their high horse about this club's breaching this and all that. Like every club does it. They're all billionaires for a reason. They all get there. They'll get there at some point. Like, what? So, is your expectations the same with Maresca then, like top four and Conference League?
I mean, it depends on how he sets us up and what tactics he does with us. But I'm hoping he.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You cut out for a sec.
Yeah, so I'm saying I'm hoping he doesn't do the same thing what Poch does. I'm hoping we get set up like defensively and attackively good. Just
Yeah.
have the right tactics. So I'm excited to see what he does, and
Mm.
especially with the new players that are coming out of injury as well. They're going to be the ones that are important, like Lavia. That's going to be.
Mm. So you cut out again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can
So
hear
like the Lavia one is going to be feeling like a new signing for me,
you.
especially with like the players that are coming out of injury. So yeah, I'm actually excited because when those injuries came, when players started coming out from injuries like Nkunku, Riches and them, like we played so well in the last 6 games.
Yeah, yeah. I remember what was it the summer series? I watched briefly like the way Mudryk and Kunku and Jackson were linking up, and I thought, okay, you might be onto something a little bit. Like you might be like
That's
not
what I
necessarily like you
thought.
guys were going to do something, but you guys have a plan. But I feel like as soon as the season started, Poch
We
switched out.
went from good to bad.
Yeah, pretty quick, and it took so long for you guys to actually get somewhat of a run. And I was at the back end of the season, which actually got you sixth in the first place.
The thing is, we could have been up top, like top 4 in a long time. We could have won that Carabao Cup final.
You should have.
Like Poch decided to give up. He just gave up after extra time.
Yeah, it was against Liverpool's kids as well, man. Like,
and he literally said to the players, "Well, we just played for the penalties." Like, what manager says that? Come on.
Unfortunately, I know a manager that says that quite well. Luckily, he's not at my club anymore. But my manager was pretty much the same. I don't mind the draw.
Like, I don't understand if people did not blame Gallagher for that game. He missed 3 chances.
Oh, bro.
If that was Sterling, if that was Sterling missing 1 chance, we would have blamed Sterling for the entire game.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. People are obsessed with younger players, aren't they? And even then, Gallagher's 24 now, 25, whatever.
Yeah, and Sterling's like in his mid-30s and 29.
Yeah. So I don't. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't get the whole Conor Gallagher hype, really. Like, obviously, there's a certain type of attribute that he has, but it's so specific. I've always said the best that if you want to get the best out of Conor Gallagher, your play style has to be way too specific. Like the way Vieira got the best out of him was just running the box. That was it. But everyone else had to do everything different. Don't get involved in build-up play. When you're at Chelsea, where you're not going to be the main man, you've got to adapt, or you're not good enough. But I think Pochettino had a bit of an obsession with Gallagher.
Well, he played literally the entire season.
Yeah, pretty much.
And like, apparently, Conor Gallagher has no interest in leaving our club. Yeah, but he does not. He does not want a long-term contract, so we'll be looking at a 4 or 5 year deal.
Yeah, if Gallagher gets a new deal, I mean,
it
wouldn't make sense under this manager.
League.
Sorry,
we'll just get him into Conference League.
Yeah,
to play.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to start much under this new manager. Just on the way, not because I watched Leicester last season. I somewhat know how Enzo Maresca plays. Like, he's just not the type of midfielder that he would like. Like, I think you'll see a good season from like an Enzo, for example, when he comes back from his injury. I think he'll have a great season. I think Caicedo's going to have a great season. I think
Caicedo's been one of our best midfielders. I've said this. He's been better than Gallagher.
Yeah, I agree. I think Caicedo's class, man. I don't get the criticism. I know he did have some bad games. Don't get me wrong, but I would say he only had 1 full season of first team football, really, because around the time when Basuma left, Caicedo was just coming in, and then Caicedo had his first full season at Brighton. I know he went up for 100 million, but people need to put context into play. Like, he didn't really have many seasons of first team football. He's still growing. That's
why when Liverpool offered 110 million, I think that, but then he gave us. So then we had to up it to 150 million. But when I saw that, I'm like, all right, Liverpool have done it. I'm like, GG's. And then when I saw Caicedo as official Chelsea player, I'm like, oh my god, because he gave his word to Chelsea, but I would have been disappointed. Yeah. Like, we done all that hard work to get him, but no.
Yeah, I think with the way Maresca plays as well, you're gonna have some games where you might get tubbed up a bit by like a team that you wouldn't expect to get tubbed up a bit. But what he does, Maresca, is like in certain games he does switch it up to like set up on a counter sometimes, where he has to be slightly more pragmatic and not just like full-fledged attacking all the time. But I think he's good enough to switch it up in certain games and have a plan B, for example, when his plan A doesn't work. And that's what I feel like. There's going to be certain games where you're actually going to beat teams that you wouldn't expect to beat as well, as much as you're also going to get beat by certain teams.
Losing to Wolves on Christmas Eve actually annoyed me. And the fact that they managed to back Poch.
Bro, Poch should have gone a long time ago.
And then we lost away. That oh my god, that Nottingham Forest game where he decides to play Enzo on the left and then play him as a striker. Oh my god.
Was that the game you lost 1-0?
Yes. And then the Brentford game as well.
Oh yeah, I remember that Brentford game. That was right at the end where Robert Sanchez is trying to catch up with Mopai. Right at the end. That's I didn't get that. Like, it was like watching West Ham. Generally, it was like watching West Ham, like watching Chelsea last season. Like, and that's a really bad thing because I was seeing Ward-Prowse on the left for my team. I was seeing Souček in the 10. Souček is a slow Gallagher.
Oh, that's my Czech. I'm from Czech, so that's my Souček right there. Yeah, he's a quality player. So he's a quality player.
Like, I can't lie. I'm sick of the Czech guys at my club, man. They had their time, but
they have to go.
Yeah, they have to go, man. It's like having a slow. It's like, I imagine Gallagher with no pace. Gallagher with no like mobility. Like,
but Poch would still play him.
Oh yeah, Poch would. If Poch was at West Ham, he would do exactly the same as Moyes did. Play Ward-Prowse on the left, Souček in the 10.
But you know what? I will give the directors and the owners that the fact that they didn't hype the last 5 games we won. That's what I'll give them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Because if you're
like
telling me you're going to keep him for those 5 games,
mm,
but we're not going to remember the Carabao Cup, no.
mm. It does prove that they have some form of standard in your boardroom, but it's just the fact that you still got them directors there. The targets you've identified have not been really good enough overall. Like
That's what
you'll have some really good players that you're linked to. Like you've been linked with Osimhen, you've been linked with Elise, but you're also linked with Duran. As I said earlier, like the Duran thing confused me. I was like, how is this going to help Jackson? Like
no.
Jackson
I don't
needs
want
proper
Duran.
competition.
I've
No.
said if that's the case, I'd rather keep Jackson for another season by himself. He's done all right.
Yeah, I feel sorry for Jackson. First season, I was never going to judge him. I never judge players that have never played in the
I,
Premier League too much in their first season.
I
But
wasn't going to
come on
judge
his
him
own,
either.
like yeah, on his own, like I think people like just outsiders need to give a bit of context with that
Like
as well, because
20
like you put
GNA
it,
in his whole season, 20 GNA.
yeah, that's not bad at all.
But yeah, I mean, Cole Palmer managed to catch up with Haaland. He almost, if Cole Palmer joined us in pre-season, he would have beaten Harry Kane's record and Haaland.
That's actually mad. Sure, Cole
Like
Palmer's special,
41
man. Like
GNA,
yeah,
41 GNA in his first season. I didn't expect him to cook. And he only joined in January and he managed to do that.
yeah. When Cole Palmer came in, was you expecting what you saw?
No, I wasn't expecting him to even start in our squad.
Mm,
I thought we were just going to give him a few minutes and then loan him and then sell him like we do with the youngsters. But I didn't expect him to cook.
mm,
I didn't expect him
yeah.
to get a hat trick against Everton and the United. Oh my god, that game! That game, I cried because I was like, "How the hell did we pull that off?"
That was a mental game. I couldn't believe what I was watching at that game.
Do you know what it felt like? It felt like we won the FA Cup against them. That's what everyone was thinking.
It's because you hadn't beaten them in so long as well in the league as well. It was like 6, 7
7
years, something like that.
years.
Yeah.
I think.
No, the
Wait,
concept.
since 2017 or 16. Since 2017.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
no,
Poch
I'm
knows
telling
how
you
to beat
concept.
Ten Hag. Poch knows how
Yeah.
to beat Ten Hag. He's done it in the
Yeah.
Champions League.
Yeah. The iconic Tottenham comeback where they then lost the final, which was great. But that was, I think that was the funniest part at the end. I was just gonna say
Lavia,
also
I
Mason
cannot
Mount
wait.
played that game. Mason Mount played
Oh
that
yeah,
game and he got his
bro, they
get
got
back.
booed. He got booed so badly. That's worse than Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz didn't get booed this bad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then Enzo batted him
true,
up.
you know. Yeah. Sure. If that was my player doing that to Mount, like and I was on that side, I would love that stuff, you know, like just
Yeah.
putting it on him. That's what Edson
I think
Alvarez did to Declan Rice.
I think Enzo even said to him like, "Look where you came from. Look where you went to."
Wow.
I think that's what he
I
said.
like
Enzo
that.
did.
I like that stuff. I'm rating that stuff. Like,
But I'm hoping if Enzo is injured, just take him out, get him a surgery wherever. He played 8 months on a hernia, and people tell
yeah,
me he's rubbish. I'm like, can't you see? He had to take injections for him to stop feeling the pain. And
yeah.
hernia is serious. If he got hurt proper badly, I guarantee that injury would have been worse.
Mm.
It would
I
have
think
been.
I think Enzo's becoming almost the victim of like the 100 million price tag. Don't get me wrong, but it's also how Paul Pogba was treated at Man United, where
Yeah.
because he's being moved around so much, like in certain parts of the midfield, they're just going to batter him no matter what because he's not performing as well as he should in that part of the midfield. But I think he's generally a technically gifted, like just a great technically gifted player. I just think the manager was using him wrong.
But when he joined his first season, his passing, his tackling, oh my god,
Mm.
he was cooking. But
Yeah,
now,
to be fair, Graham Potter knew how to use him.
yeah, Potter, bro, I guarantee you, if Potter was in here for second season, he would have got us top 4, maybe won us the Carabao Cup. He would have done a better job with Poch, with these players.
I would have liked to see what Potter would have done with his own transfer window, what he would have wanted in his own transfer window, you know, like the type of profiles he wanted.
I felt so bad for Aubameyang. We bought this guy, and bro, if he played this season, he would have probably cooked.
Yeah,
with Jackson.
yeah. Aubameyang, I feel sorry for overall. Like
Yes.
we don't know really what happened at Arsenal. Like they tried to like say, oh, he was late for this and that, but we don't really know the full story, even with the documentary. And
No.
then he moved to Barca. His house got raided, and I think his house got broken into or something. And
Yeah.
then he moved back to London, and then BT Sport did him dirty with that whole "it's nothing personal" thing. Then Arsenal fans booed him. Then he wanted to. Obviously when he moved to Chelsea, it was because of Tuchel. Then Tuchel got sacked weeks later. Like, and then he's back at Marseille. He's probably at a place where he's a bit more loved now. So I hope he has a good rest of his career. But he kind of wasted a couple of years of his career. But it wasn't his fault really. It was just he had so much bad luck throughout that whole time.
But
I felt sorry for him.
If Tuchel wasn't sacked, I guarantee you Aubameyang would have played good under him.
He would have, yeah. He would have. He knows how to use him.
Yeah, but it's just nah. Aubameyang, I'd feel bad for. Havertz, no, you disgrace. If anyone says bring Havertz back, no.
I don't rate him.
No.
I've never rated him.
We spent half a year. We spent half a year playing him as a striker when you have Aubameyang on the bench. As a false nine. Oh my god.
Oh, I remember that Liverpool game where you drew 0-0 at your ground. It was like midweek, and Havertz went through like 2 or 3 times, and it was offside, like all the time. I was like, this guy does not know how to stay onside. Like, don't get me wrong, credit to him for a small purple patch at Arsenal, yeah, but I don't rate him overall as a player, like as just a.
I would have kept Werner. I don't care. I would have kept Werner because he's way better than Havertz.
Oh, he's better than Havertz. I think he's more useful than Havertz, but
yeah,
I reckon you guys would have needed to do better than either of them. To be fair,
if you're asking me about Lukaku, no, he's getting sold.
No.
Get Lukaku out of my club. Listen, there's been also reports. I don't know if you got Pies tweet, but there's been tweet posted right now saying that AC Milan want to sign him right now.
What is that? CFC Pies, yeah.
Yeah, Pies, and also there's been 3 clubs from Saudi interested in him.
Yeah, I saw the Saudi thing. Do you know what's funny, actually? You know, we're interested in him.
Flipping hell. But do you know what's the funny part, though? Lukaku was chatting all this crap about Saudi. Never wants to go there. But then within a couple of months, he's interested. He's going to end up in Saudi.
Yeah, he probably will. Yeah, that's the most club says.
Because of the money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course. Because the money is that as well.
Because the money in that is absolutely crazy. Koulibaly, our defender, gets paid $5,000 a week.
Yeah. Ali, Al Shabab, and Al Kadish, and Al Kadsia
are interested in Lukaku.
Yeah.
So
it's from Ben Jacobs, so you never know. But
I do. Ben Jacobs, nah. I don't know. So his tweets
shaky.
Yeah, if it was Fabrizio Matlaw, yeah, I would believe it. Fabrizio, yeah, I'd believe it.
Yeah.
But then the AC Milan one. Who's reported the AC Milan one? Which source was that?
Hold on. Is that on Pies as well, yeah?
Yeah, that has to be on Pies.
Let me have a look.
If it's not, then it might be a different source.
I can't find it with the Pies one just yet. I've just seen, obviously, Alfie Gilchrist linked to Como Fabregas's team.
Oh, yeah. He's been linked to Leeds, Preston, but they're planning him going on loan.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think he's ready for first team football at Chelsea. No.
But yeah,
I don't think it's that good, to be fair.
Yeah, but AC Milan do want to sign Lukaku because I think Giroud is probably leaving. No, I think he's left.
Yeah, Giroud has left. Yeah, he's left to LAFC.
So that's why they want him. So
yeah, I can't find it on Pies. I can't find it on Pies, but
yeah, it won't be on Pies.
I think someone else might have said it.
So goodbye, Napoli. You won't get your Lukaku, so you're gonna have to stick with Osimhen.
Yep, I don't see Osimhen going. I don't see anyone going to pay that.
No, I think apparently Arsenal have been linked to him closely.
Yeah, Arsenal have been linked with him for like a year now, though. I reckon they apparently there's rumors that they want a midfielder over a striker.
So yeah, which is crazy when they literally have Bruno G right there who could do better for him.
Yeah. Like if they sign Bruno G, they can have Bruno G, Rice, Odegaard. That's a great midfield.
But at the same time, they're going to let Man City sign it.
Well, that's the thing. Apparently, there's also reports that City might not sign anyone. which is weird.
Okay. Yeah, because City normally go for players.
Yeah, but
Or could it
that's
be
the thing.
just?
City don't
Could it be because
overspend.
of their financial problems they've got going on right now?
No, Joe, it is. I think City have been quite stingy with the way they spend. Like even last window, that when they just signed Gavardio, Doku, Nunes, Kovacic, I was looking at like you didn't really replace anyone, and I feel
No,
like most Man City fans would be like, "Well, you've got to sign players this season." Like they would even say that's not a great season for their standards, like because of the way they played and stuff, and the fact they did win more than one trophy. So, and they just come back off a treble season, which is hard to follow up on. But I mean, I've even seen West Ham linked with Lukaku, and it's from actually a good source, but it's loose interest, and we wouldn't pay his wages, but he is on like some loose end shortlist or whatever. But it's the same as Tony and Solanke are linked with West Ham, but we're not going to get them either.
he's literally on 325k a week is what
Yeah, we're
Sterling
not
is
paying
on.
that. Yeah, we're not paying that. Fuck
No,
that.
but I think
Fuck that
Lukaku's
fella.
wages has gone down since the loans.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, Italian teams can't really get him now because he's pretty much been passed around the whole Italian clubs now. Like
Yeah,
he's got like he was even linked to Juve, and then Inter fans were like, "Don't come back," sort of thing.
well,
So
he
he
was meant
can't
to
go
go
back to
Juve,
Inter.
but not anymore.
Yeah, Juve fans didn't want him. Inter fans didn't want him to come back because of the Juve interest. That was nuts.
Saudi, you can have him.
Yeah, I think Saudi's probably the best place to go. Like, where else
Like,
can he go? Like,
he's on a 38 million release clause, but they'll probably just pay like 60 something for him, probably more.
yeah, probably.
Because
But
we brought him nearly for 100 million for nothing.
well, I've heard there's actually a 37 million release clause.
Yeah,
That
37 to 38, but that depends on what Saudi could offer us more for him. Nah, I'm just
yeah,
saying.
true. Yeah.
If they do, we'll take it. If it's a 40, 50, 60, take him.
Oh yeah, yeah. You might as well. Might as
Yeah.
well. What player do you think is gonna like heavily improve under your new manager?
Well, we don't have to talk about Palmer because we know he's going to improve.
Yeah.
Lavia, that's going to feel like a new signing. Caicedo, Enzo, Kane Chukwemeka, but I don't know if he's going to go on loan. Sterling, I think Mudryk we need to see more of, but I don't think they're going to loan him because of the hype.
Yeah, they're probably not. They'd have to get another winger as well.
Yeah. Sterling ain't going to leave because he said it himself. He wants to help these young guys. He wants to win titles and trophies. So Sterling's confirmed that himself. Because why would he leave when he's happy at London with his family? But I said because of the wages on how much he is. But yeah,
I don't think anyone's going to pay that.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. But there's been news about Enzo Maresca saying he wants Roberto Sanchez as a number one goalkeeper. But I said okay. We've heard that last year with Kepa, and what happened? He got loaned to Real Madrid.
Yeah, I think you guys need a keeper.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind sticking with Petrovic just for now because he's better than Sanchez.
Yeah, it's just a whole distribution thing. The way he likes to play and stuff. Like, can Petrovic feel that?
Yeah,
you reckon?
I mean, I don't know. It just depends really because when I'm not nervous when Petrovic is in goal. Our defense is good, but when Sanchez. No.
Oh, he's terrible, man. I didn't understand the signing in the first place. I remember watching this guy at Brighton and be like, I don't get the hype. I remember watching this guy live at the London Stadium as well. He kept giving the ball away. Like, his distributions are good when you're not putting pressure on him. But if you put pressure on him, he will snatch at the ball. I mean, wasn't it that 2-2 that you drew with Arsenal when Declan Rice scored?
One
Did he not give that
stupid
ball away?
pass, and that we could have won that 2-0 easily.
Easily. And you messed that up. And Sanchez was part of that. But that didn't surprise me, though. I didn't get the signing in the first place, but I think it's because of, what was it, the goalkeeping coach?
Yeah, because he's at Brighton. Because he's a Brighton coach from us.
And
Sanchez is on a 7-year deal contract.
Yeah, that's bad. That was bad business. Like, but again, that goes back to your directors, doesn't it? Like, the responsibility falls on them.
We've been linked to this Costa goalkeeper.
Yeah, from Porto. Yeah.
Yeah, he's good apparently. So we don't know.
Yeah, do you know what? I've only watched him a few times because I don't watch the Portuguese league, but I watched him in the World Cup and the Champions League, and I think he's obviously an upgrade on the keepers that you have. But I do think that sometimes when they're commanding his box, you can get at him with one of them big strikers. Like if you come up against those teams with them big strikers and they just keep crossing the ball in, I do think at times he will flap at it. But his
Yeah.
distribution will be very integral to how you play. You're gonna get. I feel like if you sign Costa, you're gonna get like some form of Anana moments that have happened at Man United, sort of thing. I feel like you're gonna get a bit of that, bit of a mixture of like really good and really bad moments. But it wouldn't be a terrible signing, but it wouldn't be perfect, you know. It wouldn't be like I think that you could probably scout maybe a cheap
But
better keeper.
the Tosin signing got United fans frustrated.
Oh yeah, that's a great signing as well. Like that's a very smart signing.
United fans were so like, but then they go, "Oh, how did you get him?" I'm like, "Well, it's for free." Within 3 days, boom, got done just like that.
Yeah, I mean, he rejected us as well.
Yeah.
He was linked with us for about 3 or 4 years. He rejected us, and yeah, for fair enough. I mean, he rejected Newcastle as well. Like a lot of teams wanted him for a reason. Like he was quite underrated at Fulham.
And then
But
people say, because I think I don't know if he's a replacement for Thiago Silva, because maybe Chalobah could leave, maybe to United. So I personally don't want to see the guy go. I'd rather sell Gallagher.
Yeah.
But if Chalobah goes, we can't force him. If he wants to stay, then let him. Like he was good under Tuchel.
Yeah, I like Chalobah. I think he's good. I'll take him at West Ham any day. I think I didn't. That's the thing with like Axel Disasi. I didn't get him didn't get the signing of him at the time, just because she like left Chalobah out of the squad. But then bought.
But he's been our best defender though last season. Disasi has.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. He's not terrible, but I just didn't get the signing at the time because you already had Chalobah at the time. I think.
Yeah, I think it's because of maybe because of Thiago Silva. Maybe they didn't want to play him more because of his injuries and what like the age of him.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, maybe that was the Thiago Silva signing in advance, like replacement in advance.
Yeah. But I mean, it's sad to see him go though, but it is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
the Thiago Silva, what's a player though? I can't believe we still got him.
One of the best free signings probably in the Premier League. To be fair, I mean, it was part of that Champions League winning team. Like, he did really well.
I still can't believe we got Thiago Silva on a free. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, that's just fake. But then I'm like, wait, so it's getting more serious. I'm like, how?
Yeah, he's been world class for a long time as well.
Oh, Fabrizio just tweeted about Southgate.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that tweet up. Actually, I've just seen that come up on my phone. Oh god, I just clicked on the wrong app.
What's Southgate making up now?
Let me get this up.
Probably some BS.
It's some PR. They always do. Like I think obviously they have to do it because of the way journalists ask them questions. But there's not been a good quote so far that I've seen from this England camp. I'm gonna get up now. I've just seen a quote.
This might be a bad quote.
I'd rather the fans direct it towards me rather than the players. I'm not going to back away from it. I get it. I understand the narrative towards me, but the fans need to stick with the team. The fans stuck with the team, Gareth. The fans were chanting all game, but they gave you what you deserved, and that was booing at the end. They gave you exactly what you deserved.
They were leaving towards the end.
And it's not like they were booing during the game and be like, go fuck off and all this. Like during the game, they were chanting all game. There was a great atmosphere all game. But after the game, they're gonna let you know that drawing to Slovenia 0-0 and finishing top with 5 points is not good enough.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing. The thing is, this country doesn't get standards. Like if you do anything towards negative, it's known as one of the worst things you could do ever. Like you can't have standards in this country because you have to be grateful. Apparently, you can't be ungrateful. If you boo, it's ungrateful and not supportive and counterproductive and all that bollocks. But ultimately, it lets people know that it's not good enough. No. It's not good enough. And England fans have always been like that, and I don't think it's a bad thing either. Like, are they meant to cheer a 0-0 to Slovenia?
No, that would be like if they cheered against Hungary, like we got embarrassed by them.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like that's like it's just ridiculous. It's like Walker after the Denmark game was talking about, oh, but look at them, they're such a good team. And Rice was talking about, oh, but they're Champions League players. Are you not? Are you guys not Champions League players? Most of you would play in the Champions League, no? Rice, you
Yeah.
literally play the Champions League.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It's just excuses. I feel like it just goes throughout the whole mentality of the whole country.
I think he's just making up excuses right now.
Yeah, I understand the narrative towards me. There's like, I hate the word narrative. It's just a new buzzword now in football. Like, bro, there's no narrative. It's just you're not good enough.
What narrative do you think there is towards you? Because there's plenty that the fans can think of you, Southgate.
Yeah, like they could easily just be like, "Well, he's not that bad," and all that. Oh, I just give him another few years. Like, bro, just leave.
Yeah,
Just leave, man.
have you heard that Pochettino he offered himself the England job
Oh god.
before he got sacked from Chelsea?
Oh god. Gallagher's gonna play the 10.
Who knows who's going to be? But before, when Poch got sacked from Chelsea, he offered himself the England job.
Oh fucking hell. Who does he think he is?
I know.
Who do you think he is? I can't offer myself to be a billionaire like tomorrow. Like that's not how life works. You can't just offer yourself. Like,
but listen, after Chelsea season and after the Soccer Aid game at Stamford Bridge, yeah, I think we want to just stick with Frank Lampard, maybe.
Got out tactic by Frank Lampard at Soccer Aid.
I can guarantee you Frank Lampard would do a better job with this England team than Poch.
Yeah, but I also don't want to see that either.
Yeah.
I think what the FA are going to do, and the FA are a problem as well. What they're going to do, they're going to either go and try and get Eddie Howe from Newcastle or go and get Graham Potter. That's what they're going to do. Like,
they should just get Mourinho.
They should have, but he's now at Fenerbahce.
But the fans are not going to agree with it.
No, they're not. But I think they're going to have to get behind. Mourinho would have been ideal for me.
Yeah.
If he did go to Fenerbahce, but I don't think Mourinho probably wouldn't have thought that was on the cards. But I think Mourinho should go into international football anyway. I think Portugal should have got him. I don't understand. They got Martinez instead.
He had interviews. There was an interview where he said he had offers from Portugal, that the teams and nationality from Saudi Arabia, but he rejected them all because he wanted to take a break.
Oh right, okay, he rejected
them.
But that makes sense.
I could see him one day managing Saudi.
Yeah, he's hinted towards it before.
But why? Because that's Mourinho. He will coach anywhere, and he will success anywhere.
Yeah.
Look what
Fenerbahce probably win the league. Yeah. To be fair, he won a trophy at Roma. So.
And look what he done with Tammy Abraham. Made him a better player.
Yeah, do you know what? Tammy Abraham, that first season, he was actually like decent. He became like he got the nastiness out of Tammy. Like he gained the nasty side. I remember that Conference League final. Like Tammy didn't get much service, but when he was running the channels and stuff, like he was testing defenders. Like he got the best out of them. Like, and that's what Mourinho does. He'll get the best out of certain types of strikers and certain types of midfielders. He'll make a team nasty. He won't just be defensive for the sake of it. He'll be smart as well.
I think that's why Mourinho didn't like Paul Pogba that much. That's why he hardly rated him.
Yeah, do you know what it is with Mourinho and Paul Pogba? It's funny because I think both of them were slightly mistreated at Man United.
Yeah.
But I think it's funny. Paul Pogba's probably best moments was probably under Mourinho at Man United. Funny enough. So I just think they're just a clash of personalities. But they actually kind of did suit each other a bit, but they were just it was just a clash of personalities. Like, for whatever reason, like I don't know what the main reason was, but it just didn't work. And I think Paul Pogba was slightly mistreated. But now
he's done now for the 4 years.
Yeah, he's finished, man. Unfortunately,
but I think he'll still play. How old is he going to be before he comes out of the band?
Oh, I think he'll be 35.
How old is he now?
Is he not 31?
I don't know how old he is right now.
Because he's definitely not in his 20s anymore.
Nah, you don't look like in his 20s.
Paul Pogba. He's 31, yeah, he's 31.
So be 35.
Yeah, be 35.
But he'll most likely continue though for like 2-3 more years.
Yeah, probably. But he'll probably
Wait,
go
does
back
he
to
get
France or
paid?
something.
Does he still get paid from Juventus, or does he not?
I don't know. I have no idea. I'm
Because
gonna assume he does.
there's
There's
no way
nothing in
that
that.
if he gets banned, like he doesn't get paid. Because then how is he supposed to pay all these bills?
He's got enough.
Oh
He's
yeah,
got
true.
enough. He's got a lot. He's got a lot of money. So
Especially from
he's got a lot of
France,
money.
Man United, like the
Yeah,
stuff he owns.
yeah, and he was an Adidas sponsored athlete at one point. So
Yeah,
he's fine.
it's the same with Ronaldo. Even if he gets banned, Ronaldo has plenty of money.
I mean, yeah, Ronaldo could have retired 10 years ago and had enough money.
Yeah.
Like Ronaldo's Ronaldo, man. I mean, he's getting that Saudi money to just put the icing on the cake.
I mean, the only reason he's out Saudi is because of money, and there's no European teams that went for him.
Yeah, literally, teams rejected him.
Yeah,
that was the funny part. Like,
and that's why Saudi went for him, and he's balling it out in Saudi. He beat Haaland's record, 54 goals in Saudi.
Well, yeah, put Ronaldo in Saudi. Jesus Christ, that's easy for him. It's Ronaldo.
Yeah. And like, look how many people went to Saudi: Benzema, Neymar, Kante.
Yeah.
Bro, Kante's been balling it, and like for the French team, for his age, my God, I wish we didn't sell him.
Yeah, that's the thing we can say. Like, he could have still played at the top level, but Saudi was the only real offer from what I knew, from what I saw online.
And he's also the third highest player in Saudi.
That's mad. That is mad.
So it must be
under Benzema.
It must be Ronaldo first, then maybe Neymar or Benzema second.
Yeah, it must
and
be
then
Neymar.
Kante third. It must be between Benzema and Neymar, but I don't know how much Neymar's on a weekly. Probably a lot.
Yeah, probably definitely a lot because Neymar's wages were already high at PSG, so it would make sense for him.
Yeah, Mbappe was 10 times higher than Neymar's.
Yeah,
I think his was like what 6-7 mil a month or weekly.
Something ridiculous. Well, he got that whole stupid contract that didn't make any sense. He didn't get many years, but he got a lot of money, and then PSG lost him on a free.
But
stupid.
He won't get that. He won't get that much money at Real Madrid.
No, of course not. But he'll actually get to compete for what he wants.
He doesn't care though because he has a lot of money from PSG and now from Real Madrid.
Yeah, and he'll get more than enough money already, and he'll win the Champions League.
Oh mate, if he's there for 5 years, bro, they're winning it for like 20.
Yeah.
That'll be 20 with him.
Yeah, I mean, Real Madrid are about to dominate this era of football. Like, it's ridiculous.
Like,
but they recruit so well.
Like, name me a team that's gonna catch up to them.
No one, bro.
Yeah.
No one.
And City won't do it.
No, they won't.
But next season it'll be tough for them.
Oh, it's going to be so tough, especially if Man City don't sign anyone. Like, Real Madrid are going to breeze past that Champions League spot.
Definitely.
It's going to be too easy to get to that final. Like,
but I'm slightly worried that Liverpool could end up in fourth.
I think Liverpool might do well next season, you know.
Depending on how Slot, plays.
I think they'll have that first season bounce where he's just coaching, he's just getting the best out of the players that he has with a couple of new signings, of course.
Do we reckon Klopp's going to manage somewhere else? Not
anytime soon. Maybe not in the next 2 years. And then it would probably assess for, like, I think after that 7-year stint, he went from a 7-year stint to another 7-year stint from Dortmund to Liverpool. I think he's just like, let me just live my life normally now and just go live it up in Germany and that. I think if he gets a really good offer, then yeah, maybe. But
because if he was at Liverpool for what, 9 years?
Yeah.
I'd say what? So he takes like a year break in Germany. He'll end up in Saudi.
I reckon. I don't know. Maybe Real Madrid in a couple of years.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe Barcelona.
Yeah, that's the thing. Barcelona probably wouldn't be completely suited towards him just because of their situation. Like, are Barca actually going to be serious anytime soon?
Yeah, because they've got Hangry Flip. He's a really good manager.
Yeah. I like him, yeah.
We were linked to him as well, but then bumps. Barcelona got him.
So are we as well. I would have loved Flick at West Ham, but it definitely wouldn't have happened.
Because he's won so many things in his life. He's like a Mourinho.
Yeah. Sure, he did a good job at Bayern. Obviously, people look at his Germany stint, but that doesn't make him a bad manager.
I mean, if you look at Tuchel, that was probably their worst season in their history.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ.
Especially when they've got now Elise. And now people are saying to me that apparently Elise won't start over Sane. I'm like, guess he will, because what did he do last
Definitely
year?
will. You see,
Elise's
Sane
more
in the
quality.
Sane's been awful in his cameos.
And think about it, Elise will deliver Harry Kane.
Oh yeah, Harry Kane's
Apparently
been lovely. So.
there's been links to Bruno going to either Saudi or Bayern.
Yeah, I don't what Bruno Gibberish.
No, Bruno Fernandes.
Oh Jesus, Bruno Fernandes. Oh, I don't think he's gonna leave. I think they're
Nah.
gonna give him a new deal. I think it's gonna be borderline impossible to get him out of Man United because they value him so high.
But then it's also up to the player if he wants to stay or leave.
Yeah, because maybe Bruno Fernandes might think to himself after
Do
competing
you know
with
what
that
it was? Yeah,
Portugal,
I saw this source yet, but I think that this was probably fake. I saw this source where Saudi Arabia was offering Bruno Fernandes 120 million to buy him, 128 million to buy him, and I'm
that
like,
would be nuts.
that's fake because that means they broke the transfer record in their thing because nobody's gonna buy a player for 128 million.
No,
Unless if you're an Mbappe, Neymar, then yeah.
I can't see him going to Saudi. Like Bayern Munich, that's possible, but they're gonna have to pay a lot.
Yeah.
And they've got
Saudi,
Musiala already. They're not gonna go in for him, in my opinion.
but Musiala could leave. I've been hearing
Really?
he might be going to the City. There's been City links with him.
Oh yeah, the City have been linked with him, but again, I can't see Musiala getting out of that contract.
True.
He's valued so high there. I don't see anyone moving in that sense. But Man City might go for Florian Wirtz next year. I think they're waiting next year to go for Florian Wirtz because I don't think they think the Musiala one might be a bit too much. Because City never overpay for anyone; they have a certain price on everyone, then they just leave it.
But the big question is, though, the big question people are asking right now is, will Pep leave next year or is he going to stay?
I have no idea. I think he might leave.
So you reckon he might just take a break as well after being at Man City for that long?
Well, so apparently, according to some City fans, his daughter is going to study in New York or something. So he might be going MLS just because he wants to spend time with his family.
Oh wait, what? Because his family lives in USA.
Well, yeah, because apparently his daughter or something is going to study in the US or something. So apparently he's going to be linked with the City group, like the New York team. So apparently he might go MLS. Just because of his daughter and stuff.
Surely he doesn't want to go straight away. Surely he want to take a few months break.
Maybe, but I think he might not manage there straight away, but he might move there then manage.
Yeah.
And I think he doesn't see his family often.
No,
because his family don't live in Manchester. I don't know why you would, but
it's probably only his wife and kids that live in Manchester, and that's it.
Yeah, I think that's it. So I think his daughter and stuff and his kids, they also live in Spain, but apparently his daughter wants to study in America. So that's why it's kind of possible that Pep might leave. And obviously 1 year left. It's going to be the talk. It's going to be the main headline throughout the whole season.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming on. I'm going to end it there. It's been a great stream. We talked about everything.
Yeah.
England was so boring. We talked about them for 20 minutes. But yeah, big up everyone. Hopefully this stream was way more entertaining than England's Slovenia game. I'm going to end it there. Make sure to like the video if you are new and subscribe. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. So you can make that happen. That'll be great. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another upload.